years of the English attempting to colonize in North America, if you read all their laws for the first 100 years, you will not see a single person called a white person. It's only in 1681 when we see for the very first time anyone in these English laws referred to as a white person. And there's a reason for it. It came about following this massive rebellion. And up until this time, those from Africa and from England who worked on the same plantation, they were treated the same. They worked together, they ate together, they slept together, they married regularly. There were free people of African descent. Free black men could run for public office. I found 3 in Virginia who did and held public office. Free black men could own European indentured servants and indentured servants of African descent, and a few even claimed some as indentured for life or enslaved. And so that was life up and through this massive rebellion called Bacon's Rebellion. And Bacon's Rebellion scared the English ruling elite. It lasted well over a year. They burned Richmond to the ground. They slaughtered the indigenous people surrounding the colony. That was sort of the first phase of the rebellion. But the second phase focused on the ruling elite. And the ruling elite in Virginia fled onto a ship in the river, in the James River, where they stayed for months until the English sent in troops and quashed the rebellion. And the rebellion consisted of people from Africa and from Europe side by side, wielding rebellion against the ruling elite. So when that rebellion was finally quashed, was finally put down.
Yeah, these devils set themselves up. You see, they set themselves up as the most superior great people, and it ain't the case. You see, these motherfuckers ain't white. They are the red Hebrew Edomites, the scum of the earth. You see, devils, man, demonic, demon devils. You see, goddamn imposters, man. These wicked ass motherfuckers. You understand? You see? But you got dick sucking ass niggas idolize these honkies. You worship your slave master, your devil daddy. You see? Especially so-called black woman. You know why? Because the nigger woman and the serpent, Mr. White Man, Mr. Paleface, you see? So-called black woman, the nigger woman, and Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of, you see, they are best friends and best lovers. Fuck you niggas, man. You idolize these honkies, these crackers, these peckerwoods. You see, these motherfuckers being exposed, man. These red dragon demon devils. These honkies, these peckerwoods, the red Hebrew Edomites. You see? See? His own people telling on their ass. See? They know they fucked up. You know you did? You know what I mean? What the fuck? You see? These devils know they fucked up, man. These evil ass, wicked ass motherfuckers. You see? It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 3. This ain't gonna be a long lesson, man. Just get a couple of scriptures, man. You know you dig? You know what I mean? You see? Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. You see? Proverbs 3 and verse 31. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor. You see? Who the fuck is the goddamn oppressor, man? Your devil daddy, Mr. White Man. The so-called white people. You see? See? And this bitch right here, this Shedemite lady, breaking that shit down. Did you see that shit? You see? She letting you know, man, about your devil daddy, your slave master, Mr. White Man. You see? how shady and scurvy he is. But like I said, you got dick sucking ass niggas, especially so-called black women. You want to be like these motherfuckers. You see, that's why your bitch ass wear gold wigs, yellow wigs. You know what I mean? You see, you get ass shots, booty injections, taking gummy bears, silicone titties. You see, that shit come from Mr. White Man, your devil daddy, your slave master. You see, you know what I mean? Envy thou not the oppressor. The Heavenly Father said, envy not the oppressor. Dick sucking ass niggas, especially so-called black woman. You see, the nigga woman, she loved the devil. She loved her devil daddy. You see? But when it comes to righteousness, holiness, and godliness, these nigga women bitches, you niggas period. You see? Especially these nigga women bitches. You bitches, these hoes. They don't want to get down with it, man. You see? Envy thou not the oppressor. Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that. You know what I mean? And choose none of his ways. You see? For the forward is abomination to the Lord Yahweh. See? These demon devils are very crooked and scandalous and shiesty, man. Scurvy as hell. You understand? You see? For the forward is abomination to the Lord Yahweh. See? You know what I mean? These devils are very proud. This is what King Solomon is saying. You understand? You see, full of pride, very prideful. You know what I mean? You see, for the forward is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, your devil daddy, these honkies, these crackers, so-called white people. You see, you know what I mean? But his secret is with the righteous. See? Did you see that? Did you catch that? Believe that. You see? Who represent the righteous, man? The men of the faith. Us brothers of the ministry that's doing the work every single day. You see, the best we can, how we can, but you motherfuckers want to mock and scoff and talk shit about us. You understand? You see, especially these nigga women bitches. They look down on us, man. They fucking hate us. You see? Because they believe in the devil. Bitches love Satan. You see? Think about it. These bitches ain't trying to pursue us. These hoes ain't trying to reach out to us. You see? They believe in the devil. Mr. Paleface, Esau, Edom, so-called white people. You see? These devils, these honkies, these crackers, these peckerwoods. Your slave master, your oppressor. You see? Fuck you niggas, man. Especially so-called black woman. You see? You know what I mean? The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. See? He said the curse is in the house of the wicked, which is Babylon the Great. This filthy, nasty, disgusting ass place. You see? This is the house of the wicked, man. The Heavenly Father got his eyes up on these motherfuckers. You hoes, you bitches. You see? You bitches are wicked. Don't you hoes got everything? Exactly. You see? Because you trust in the devil. Bitches love Satan, which is Esau, Edom, your devil daddy, Mr. White Man. You see? You understand? You know what I mean? The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked. You see? But he blesseth the habitation of the just. Ooh. What the fuck? You see? See? The men of the faith, we represent the righteous and the just. You see? Yeah, true enough. We ain't perfect. We slip on a banana peel, if you will. You see? Yeah, but we consider righteous from a spiritual standpoint. You see? Because we believe in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Wah, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. You see?
The ruling elite in Virginia said to the Legal Oversight Authority over in London, they said, don't worry, we have this under control. And they indicated that their plan was to pursue a divide and conquer strategy. And so if you look at the laws, what we see in the decades after Bacon's Rebellion are these bundles and bundles of laws getting passed in Maryland and Virginia, because those two places shared an economy rooted in tobacco farming, a dramatic sex imbalance. There were roughly 12 men for every woman. And they had that economic need for a replenishment of labor. And so these bundles of laws began to strip especially free Black people who up until this point experienced all of the rights and privileges of a free European.
But see, ain't no such thing as Black people. We different shades of brown. You see? And now these devils are scared. They petrified because we turning back to our culture, our heritage, man. That was stolen from us. You understand? You see, the Heavenly Father, he's only dealing with Jacob, which is you niggas, us niggas, you niggas. You see? And these devils, man, these honkies, man, these crackers, these Peckerwoods, so-called white people, the daughter of Edom. You see? See? She represent the daughter of Edom. Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that? You see? See? And they scared, man. They petrified. You dig? You know what I mean? You see? It's the book of Malachi, chapter 1. You see? Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. Malachi 1 and verse 2. I have loved you. See? Who he talking to? The children of Israel. You see? See? He said he loved us. He don't love these Edomites. What the fuck? You see? He don't love these heathens, man. Let's keep reading. He gonna tell you. You understand? You see? You know what I mean? They put themselves on a pedestal, man, trying to call themselves white. That word white goes into holiness, godliness. You see? Unselfishness. That's what the word white goes into. These devils ain't unselfish. You see? These motherfuckers are devils, man. Evil and wicked and funky and nasty and ugly acting and shiesty. You see? You know what I mean? Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. You see? It's the book of Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you. You see? Saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Question mark. You see? You know what I mean? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? That's the key. That's the point. See? He ain't no brother to us. Look what he did to us. What the fuck? You see? Raped our foremothers. Passed us around. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. You see? Stole our culture, our heritage. Made us a fucking nobody, bro. You see? We ain't no fucking wetbacks. We ain't niggas. We ain't spics. Orangutans. Gorillas. Did you see that shit? You see? You know what I mean? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? You see? Saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet I loved Jacob. See? Told you, man. And these devils are free. You understand? You see? Who represent Jacob? You Latinos, Negroes, and Native Seminole descent. Did you see that shit? You see? Us niggas. You niggas. Us niggas. We represent the seed of Jacob. You know what I mean? You see? Esau, Edom represent the so-called white people, the daughter of Edom. You see?
And the same rights and privileges by law. Okay, so like most of us have to take a moment to let that sink in, because it's so contrary to anything we've ever known. And so here's some of the first laws that were passed. There was a law passed that now punished and rendered illegal those who married for I'm going to use the language of black and white. they used white, and they used Negro in the law. So a law prohibited now white people from marrying black people and Native Americans. A law was passed that prohibited free black men from running for public office. Eventually it blocked them from voting. It prohibited them from testifying against a white person. And it also prohibited them from being in possession of gun or powder. And there were many, many more. They just keep passing these bundles of laws. And what I think is so important for us in this moment in time is to remember that up until this point, free people of African descent and free people of European descent had the same rights and privileges according to their class. The same. And of course, with this invention of white people asserted through privileges in law, and let's just take one, right? Because up until this point, nobody was referred to as a white person in law, no one. And so you start to see through these laws that strip rights away from people of African descent, the assertion of this new group of humanity called white people. And let's just take one of those laws, the law that now prohibited black people from testifying against white people. What did white people learn about what it means to be white from just that one law? Right?
That I can do anything I want to a black person, and there's no recourse, and there's no
fears prosecution.
Yes,
unless another white person's going to.
This brings me to the pressing issue of today's hearing. Anti-Semitism is not just an age-old prejudice. It is a contemporary crisis manifesting on campuses across the nation. It is not enough for individuals or institutions to merely claim they are not anti-Semitic. As my father once taught me, it is not enough for people, especially public figures, to be neutral or not be anti-Semitic. One must be anti-Semitic. We must demand the same of our universities and government institutions. This hearing, in my opinion, is an attempt to be just that, anti-Semitic. We recently celebrated Purim. We're soon going to celebrate Passover, two great indicators of our history of overcoming oppression and discrimination. Jewish students are increasingly targeted, harassed, and ostracized simply for being Jewish or expressing support for Israel. This crisis escalated dramatically after October 7th, when Hamas carried out its brutal terrorist attack on Israel. Many Jewish students who once felt safe and included on campus suddenly found themselves abandoned by peers and institutions they once supported. Students have been physically threatened, spat upon, had their mezuzahs ripped from their dorm doors, even faced academic retaliation for their Jewish identity. Jewish students who wore kippahs or other identifying symbols reported being verbally assaulted and in some cases physically attacked. Last year at the George Washington University, for example, an encampment of protesters disrupted campus life under the guise of political activism. These gatherings went far beyond peaceful protest, which we must all respect. They became breeding grounds for anti-Semitic rhetoric, intimidation, and outright violence. I personally visited the encampment multiple times and saw firsthand the fear it instilled in Jewish students. Even some professors joined in the hostility, and university administrators failed to take sufficient decisive action to ensure Jewish students' safety. This was not an isolated incident, but found to be part of a coordinated effort across campuses nationwide. Freedom of speech is a core American value, but it does not include the right to intimidate, harass, or introduce violence. Universities have the authority and obligation to enforce policies that protect all students. However, time and again, Jewish students are subtly told and made to feel that their actual safety is secondary to the political climate of the moment or other considerations. And the torture of having to wait for the, quote, process to play out is painful to watch. When there's right and wrong, not doing enough quickly enough sides with those who are wrong. We've seen that too often in history. The federal government must take urgent steps to address this crisis. The anticipated passage of the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act is a crucial measure that will help define and combat anti-Semitism in educational institutions. The adoption of the IRA definition of anti-Semitism is another necessary step, as it provides a clear framework for recognizing and addressing anti-Semitic incidents. Without these defining developments, universities and administrators will continue to exploit loopholes to avoid taking real action. Moreover, federal authorities must demand a safe learning environment for all students, including Jewish students. Universities that tolerate anti-Semitic harassment should face real consequences. The previous administration took some steps in recognizing anti-Semitism as a national concern, hosting high-level meetings and engaging Jewish leaders in discussions across the spectrum. However, these efforts must not be diluted by lumping anti-Semitism together with other forms of discrimination at this point. While all forms of hate should be addressed, anti-Semitism has unique characteristics that require a dedicated response. As Nobel laureate Elie Wiesel once said, Jews are always the first, but never the last. The normalization of anti-Semitism on campus is a warning sign for...
This is Proverbs 8 and verse 34. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me. You see, not these devils. These devils, these small hats, these fake ass Jewish motherfuckers. Did you see that? Believe that. You see, they don't believe in the Most High God of Israel, the Holy Bible. These motherfuckers sucking on baby penises. You see, you heard the wickedness, man, what this motherfucker said, man. They about to try to clamp down on us. You understand? You see, Proverbs 8 and verse 34. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 34. Blessed is the man that heareth me. You see, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. That's right, man. Doing the work in Babylon the Great. You see, letting our people know, man, what our people want to mock and scoff and co-sign with the devil. You see, sucking they devil daddy digging balls instead of condemning wickedness and evilness, man. You see, evilness and wickedness, man. These motherfuckers are evil. You see, these small hats, you know what I mean? For whoso findeth me findeth life. You see, and these devils, they totally against the Heavenly Father. You see, yeah. These devils set up Planned Parenthood in the so-called black community. See? These motherfuckers ain't about no goddamn life. They give us GMOs. You see? Poisoning the food. Man. These motherfuckers are evil. You see? These small hatters, the small hats, these fake ass Jewish motherfuckers. Did you see that? You see, they running everything, man. These motherfuckers controlling your devil daddy, Donald Trump. You see? You know what I mean? For whoso findeth me findeth life. You see? And shall obtain favor of the Lord Yahweh. Their time is up, man. You understand? You see? But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. See? These evil ass crackers, man. These honkies, man. Amalek. Did you see that? Believe that. You see? These wicked ass motherfuckers, man. They want to be like us. These motherfuckers promote death. You see? They don't give a fuck about nobody. These selfish, greedy, demonic ass imposters. You see? I like to say, call Elohim Blah, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. Call Halal, call Halal, call Loim, call Loim, call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. Kwam Yasharala, Prince of Power, yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Yeah, Jerusalem, we up. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. Shouts out Israelite foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, peace and love to you, Israelite foreigners. Specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, peace and love to you. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. Shalom, shalom, shalom to the 144,000, the elect, the women and men, children that's going to make it to the kingdom. The writers, apostles, and elders, and watchmen, and servants, and prophets, a great millstone, who I learned this truth from only through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. Call Loim La, Yahab Hashem, Yahushai. All praise Mashiach Yahushai. And Lord willing, brothers and sisters, edified. It's on to the next one. Shalom.